Welcome back to Chapter 2 of the Anunnaki Codex. In Chapter 1, we saw how an advanced civilization arrived in our chaotic solar system. They began the massive task of engineering planet Earth. They stabilized the atmosphere, created the moon, and turned a violent world into a habitable one. But after tens of thousands of years of relentless work, the Anunnaki faced a serious problem. Their own workforce, the lower gods called the Igigi, were exhausted. The labor was too heavy. The misery was too much. According to the ancient Atrahasis tablets, the Igigi finally rebelled. They set fire to their tools, surrounded the temple of Enlil, and demanded that the burden be lifted. The senior Anunnaki held an emergency council. Enlil was angry and wanted to destroy the rebels. But Enki, the brilliant scientist and geneticist, proposed a radical solution. Let us create a new being, a primitive worker. Let him bear the yoke of the gods so we can rest. Enki called upon Nintu, the birth goddess and master of biology. He gave her precise instructions. On the 1st, 7th, and 15th days of the month, let one god be slaughtered. Let Nintu mix clay with his flesh and blood. Let that same god and man be thoroughly mixed in the clay. They selected a god who possessed intelligence and personality, slaughtered him in a ritual, and mixed his divine essence with the earthly clay, the genetic material of the hominins already living on Earth. This was not magic. This was advanced genetic engineering. They combined the DNA of Earth's early humans with Anunnaki genetic sequences, enhancing intelligence, tool use, speech, and physical endurance. They created the first successful batch in controlled laboratory environments, most likely deep in the Abzu, their underwater or underground facilities. 7 males and 7 females were the first hybrids. These were called the Lulu, the primitive workers. Once activated, these new beings immediately took over the manual labor. The gods were finally able to rest. Humanity had just been designed as the perfect workforce. But there was a hidden twist the Anunnaki did not fully anticipate. The new humans were far more capable than planned. They learned quickly. They began to speak, organize, build, and multiply at a rapid rate. Within a few generations, the growing human population started making too much noise, disturbing the peace of the senior gods. Enlil became increasingly annoyed. He tried to control the population through plagues and famines, but Enki secretly helped the humans survive each time. This growing tension between the Anunnaki leadership would soon lead to one of the most dramatic events in human history, the decision to reset the entire project with a global flood. In Chapter 3, we will explore the rising conflict, the rapid growth of human civilization, and why the Anunnaki eventually decided to wipe out almost all of humanity. If you're enjoying this series, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment telling me what you think about the creation of humanity. This is the real story of the Anunnaki, not myth, engineering. See you in Chapter 3.